look, this is page 96. This is the definition similar to what we wrote. It says the relative density of an object is its density when compared to the density of water. If an object sinks in water, it is more dense than water. If an object floats in water, it is less dense than water. What do we know? You don't need to. What do we need to put? What did I put on just in our spiral? What did I write for us to make sure that we get this correct on what's less dense and more dense? Bella? Okay. I did what? Yep. Yep. What did I write? So in our notes, in our spiral, I wrote a couple of things. Christian? So at the bottom of everything, you will write dense equals down. And you can draw an arrow. And then here on our cup, we can always write more dense. And we know that those are the items that will sink. And then up here, we will have less dense. And those are the items that will float. So knowing that, you're going to have, there are 5 items here: clay ball, steel nail, steel spoon, plastic cup, and a plastic duck. Here they have objects more dense than water. Well, if it's more dense, Taylor, where will it be? Will it sink or will it float? If it's more dense than water, is it going to sink or float? It's going to sink, so you can write sink right here. Taylor, if it's less dense than water, is it going to sink or is it going to float? Float. So what I want you to do now is I want you to take those 5 items and put them in the correct box. So let's look at, we're going to talk first about which ones are more dense than water. Those would be the ones that sink. Ekin, what's one of them? The steel spoon right here. So the steel spoon is less dense. It sank to the bottom. So that steel spoon. Morgan, what do you have? Morgan, what do you have?
The clay ball.
The clay ball. The clay ball is at the bottom. That's more dense, so we're going to put clay ball. Andre, what do you have?
Bucket filled with water.
Okay, we're not going to talk about the bucket because we're talking about the objects within the bucket. Bella, what do you have? A steel nail. The steel nail is at the bottom, so we're going to put that we made sure there, that's more dense, that sank to the bottom. Okay, let's go and look what items are less dense. Those would be the ones that float. Taylor. Okay, that would be the plastic duck. Okay, awesome. That is floating. It's less dense. Abraham, what do you have? The plastic cup. That is also floating, so the plastic cup would be at the top. Awesome. Now you're going to put